Hello everyone. I have came back from my trip from India, and I'm going to be posting this video on a few different websites. Some people know me as Adam, some people know me as Morgan, but officially, soon it's going to be Sri Ananda Premapoojita. So Prema is fine. Um, that's the name I'm going to be going by. And so many wonderful things that I can't quite put into words. I discovered or discovered me on this journey I had, and where to begin. I do want to thank a few people first, this ongoing process, because every day it seems that I'm able to find the words, or I'm able to implement something that I've learned in my life. So first I would like to thank um, Sri Ananda Premapoojita for your dedication to finding your own enlightenment. It's very inspiring, especially one who is at such a young age. And even though I know age has nothing to do with it, thank you for everything that you do. And another I would like to thank is Vinud Kanan. You're the best roommate I could have possibly had on this trip. It was a lot of fun, and we were able to tell each other what we were learning. So that helped a lot too outside of class. And so like I said before in the previous video, one of the main reasons that I did go on this journey was how do I cultivate more joy in my life? What is joy? What is love? And how can I commit myself better to becoming enlightened, realizing my own enlightened nature? And a lot of that was answered just in the name given to me by Swamiji. The whole name is Sri Ananda Premapoojita. And in America, it would be Premapoojita Ananda. So Ananda is the state, existent is blissful. Prema, which will be my first name here, is loving. Pujitan means worshipping. So the name means blissfully loving and worshipping. And so this is an identity. This is a divine identity. This is also how the cosmic forces work through this being. This name, this identifies how I'm manifesting divinity in my life. So I am love, I am joy. These are the two things that I wanted to find, and that it's what I am. So just that alone is magnificent. And worshipping. Now, the definition I had for worshipping has also changed dramatically. Being in the presence of Swami, to me, what it means. And first, I want to thank also Inner Awakening participant Kyle for asking this question, because this profound secret might not have been shared with us by Swami unless the question had been asked. And Kyle asked if I am, he said, isn't this situation kind of silly to come and do Inner Awakening from one standpoint, because I am you and you are me. And Swami said this is one of the biggest secrets out there, is that when you have someone that you have a strong connection with, that is an enlightened force, whatever God, goddess. Now when you think of them, all of those divine attributes that they have, whether it's levitation, healing, anything, manifestation, materialization, anything that they can do, anything that you think of that divine person as, instant teleportation, whatever, those are all of those qualities that you project on them are actually things that you can manifest in your life. And that's amazing. And so that, to me, is the true definition of worshiping, is sannyas or samyama, exploring all of those divine tools that you can orchestrate in your daily life. Like, you know, this is not even something you have to think about or something that's profound. You just do it. And so that was one of the most eye-opening things. There were also a few experiences I had which I have to tell you that during a few ceremonies, a few energy darshans, I saw some people levitating. And this form of levitating I saw, because there's also, you know, the kind of levitating where you just lift off the ground and hover and come back down. This was more of a jumping. And I saw some individuals jumping at least 2 feet off the ground from a sitting posture with their legs crossed. And this is amazing because, go ahead, try to do it just with your muscles, and it's impossible. Even if you were in the air and let's say someone's holding you there and dropped, you would hurt your back, you would hurt yourself falling that distance. It is only through, that's why it's called levitation, not just jumping, because you're becoming weightless to perform that act. So a lot of, you know, I've had some people say, oh, they're just jumping. That's not anything miraculous. And well, no, it is if you really think about what's going on. And I didn't experience that myself. What I experienced, especially when Swami would say, Namah Shiva, every time I hear him say that, and even when I think about that now, it feels like there's a fire inside of me. My spine, I guess you could say, like my whole internal structure just feels like it's on fire, and my spine straightens up, and it's very interesting. And I'm like, what is this? And there was a woman participating in her awakening this time, and she presented the question. I can't think of her name, but thank you, whoever you are, for submitting this question. She asked, what is the difference, or what are Kundalini awakening, third eye opening, and enlightenment? And Swami looked over to the curtains across the room, and he said, I can say that with Kundalini awakening, there's a lot of body shaking and jumping and all of that, but it's like opening the curtains. And third eye opening is like seeing what is on the other side of the veil. And third eye opening is the very intense, such an intense feeling inside, it feels like you can't bear it. And then enlightenment is merging with what's on the other side of that window. So I can't say I have experienced all three of those fully yet. I do feel I've had some experiences, however, though. There is a series of cleansing processes, which are called Panchakriya. I won't go into that now, and you can email me later if you want me to explain those. But it's an inner cleansing of the body, and I have to say that after I did those for about a week or so, and just sitting, waiting for the morning satsang to start, and just sitting there with this vast feeling of, I don't even know how to explain the feeling, very calm, very peaceful. I don't even feel the need to breathe really that much, just sitting in this wonderful calm state. And so I do suggest those greatly, so we can talk about that later if you like. And one other thing I would like to talk about, there were various ceremonies throughout Inner Awakening, and one of there's one type of ceremony called Homa, which is a fire ceremony. First one was very powerful. You bring up all of your unpleasant past experiences. You write them down in a journal, share them with other individuals until that emotional attachment isn't there anymore. Then we have a Homa ceremony, fire ceremony. And you take everything in that notebook and you burn it, and it's just, that's wonderful to one of the best transformational feelings, I think, is to really, you feel like you're really taking the responsibility for your life and the responsibility for making really what you can make it to be, what you want it to be, and all of that. And it was July 21st. It was the second to last day of Inner Awakening, and we had a Rudra Homa. And you could, be a participant of it, or you could just witness. And so I was standing off to the side. Everyone else was kind of sitting, and it was a fairly long ceremony, a couple hours, I think. And throughout, now not only during this ceremony, but throughout, every time that Swami would come out, everyone would stand, and many times, your hands would come in prayer form like this. But my hands always wanted to go like this. And I also experienced this during the Rudra Homa. And my body, all of a sudden, I just became frozen to the spot. I closed my eyes, and this vastness came over to me. And it came over me, and I don't know exactly the right words to use, but the visualization that came at that time, the earth appeared before me, the planet. I was floating out in space. And all of the teachers that I've had in this lifetime that have taught me how to be more loving, how to remove obstacles from your past, they all joined in me blessing of the earth. And I was told that I was to be a force on the planet that helped not only protect, but to rejuvenate that which has been lost. And I could go into quite a bit more detail, but that's the gist of what I got from that experience, and it was so profound. The joy I felt, because I've always felt kind of like, how do we heal the earth? How I would love to do this, but what is the best way? And it was just a confirmation for me, because I have some other meditations I've done before where I've sat and you work on cleansing the waters of the earth or removing radioactive particles, all of these things. And I had such a profound experience that I can't put into words from those meditations. And this, coming and seeing Swamiji, was just a recognition. So this experience was exactly what I wanted it to be. It was a celebration of my life and who I can become and what I can do in the world. And those things that you hold close to your heart in your imagination that seem impossible to manifest, but would be so wonderful, and you could see the benefit for not only your life, everyone that touched your life. All of those things, if you can imagine them, they are real, even if they are miraculous things, things that defy all of the laws and the rules and stuff that we give ourselves. So thank you, Swami, for showing us that the impossible is not only quite possible, it can just be regular daily activities. And there's so much that I want everyone to experience that I have seen glimpses of. And all I can say is that me meeting you after I've had this experience, us meeting physically in person, will be the best way to communicate all the miraculous energies that not only are surfacing in me, but I think we're coming on a great time for the earth too. And she wants to celebrate with us just as much as we can. Every time we have a small minor victory, do not forget to celebrate with the earth. And you can take that however you want, any way that you can celebrate with the earth, with nature. Go and do that. Do it often. Do it even when nothing necessarily victorious is happening in your life. Just with that energy that you are victorious, that you are fulfilling what you came here to do, even if you don't know what that is. Just holding that feeling and celebrating it with the earth is enough to begin living successfully. Thank you.